Spice get with 'em.
You see, I'm nothing but a Mac 10 shooter.
Hello and welcome to JY's Community Forum. I'm Miss Julie Duplichan, your host for this show, and my topic today is racism. My guests are Mr. Gerald Landy, Miss Kelly Brown, and Miss Nadia Torres. But before we begin our show, let's first go to JY's News.
Good morning and welcome to KLYN News. Many people have heard of the shooting that occurred on the train in New York City. The man claims he did it because of racial hatred against white, Mexicans, and conservative blacks. But he didn't want to do it in New York because he didn't want to embarrass the mayor. Personally, I think the man is telling the truth, but is doing it because he's insane. He should plead under insanity and be watched over in a home. The world of Atlantis may rise close to the Astrodome. A $90 million aquarium has been proposed across the street from the Astrodome in what could be a major lure for tourists. The proposal faces huge hurdles, but sources say it's possible for the project. The aquarium is expected to attract 2 million people. The weather today is mostly sunny with a high of 68 and a low of 38. That's all for now. I'm Charles Hill, and now back to Julie Duplichan and the JY Community Forum.
Hello and welcome back to JY's Community Forum. But before we begin our show, let's first go to a commercial.
They light and tasty? Wait till you see what's cooking at Furs.
Furs has oceans full of fishes, chicken dishes that are lean, a garden full of salads that are always fresh and green, and beef that's lean and tender, hold the gravy if you please, and ripe and juicy fruit that's perfect with a slice of cheese.
So come on down and take a look, and something good is always cooking. You just can't beat what's cooking at Furs.
Okay, hello and welcome back to JY's Community Forum. I again am Miss Julie Duplichan, your host for this show, and our topic is racism. Joining me today are Mr. Gerald Landy, Miss Kelly Brown, and Miss Nadia Torres. To start with you, Kelly, do you think that racism promotes violence?
It always does.
You think so? I mean, why should your race or the color of your skin make you act out a violent act? Make you a violent person?
Thank you. They stupid. Well, racism is stupidity. Racism really is when you don't know something, when you're scared of something, that, so people just act on ignorant thoughts. And
so you think that children learn racism from their parents? You think
and
they
I wasn't finished with my answer, Julie. Okay, go.
Okay. Do you think that children learn racism from their parents?
Yeah. Well, some of them do. Some of them just learn it from their friends or,
I don't think anyone just grows up hating another person. You think so?
If their parents, if you have a father and a mother that's in a Ku Klux Klan, your father and your mother is gonna, they're gonna make you believe what they believe in. Just like you was born, if you're Baptist, most likely your mother and father are Baptist.
Do you think you're a racist?
Yes. No, I'm just saying, nah, I don't think so. I love everybody.
That's good. What disturbs you most about racism? Well, you're not a racist, so anything about white shouldn't disturb you. But what disturbs you most about racism?
That everybody, it disturbs me, but I don't know what really does. Everything about it disturbs me because I don't think anybody should hate anybody.
So, Gerald, do you feel as though you're a racist?
No.
Could you see yourself dating a white young lady or a Mexican American?
Maybe sometime in the future, but not right now.
Okay. So, Nadia, do you feel that the cheerleader incident in Hempstead was a racist act?
I don't know because I really didn't, really know what went on in that Hempstead cheerleading.
Yeah. In your opinion, Nadia, what is a racist?
A racist to me is somebody who hates the other people out of their, race. That's what I believe is racist is.
Okay. So Kelly, how do you feel about a person of an opposite race having authority over you, like a boss or a teacher or someone?
Well, I really wouldn't care, but I have teachers that try to have authority over me that are white. It shouldn't really matter if that's your boss. It shouldn't matter what color it is. And if you're their employee, they shouldn't really worry about what color you are.
Nadia, how do you feel about being a Mexican American in a predominantly black high school?
Well, this is one question that's been asked to me thousands of times by teachers. I don't feel any different. I feel if I'm comfortable here, then I'm comfortable. I don't have any problems with, kids here.
So Kelly, do you think that you could date a person of the opposite race?
No, unless he had a lot of money. That's the only way I can, I wouldn't marry. I'll marry a man, but I wouldn't have his children. Only if he had money, and I mean a lot of money, like a millionaire, billionaire, not, just a little money.
So do you all feel that any of y'all teachers are racist?
Yes, Mr. McCullough.
Mr. McCullough, what does he teach?
World history.
Yes.
So why do you feel as though he's a racist?
No, I'm just playing.
I feel that though.
For real, why do you feel this way?
I feel that because he picks on some of the young black males
And young black females.
constantly, and females. But he
Well, I'm gonna tell you a real racist, Mr. Palladino.
You think so?
Yes,
Mr.
Mr.
Palladino
Palladino
is
is the
a
number one
racist.
racist at-
Him and Mr. Chevrolet, Mr. Chevrolet is the Grand Wizard. Mr. Palladino, he's really a racist though. Mr. Chevrolet, he cool, but Mr. Palladino, he is a racist. I remember when I was in the 9th grade. I remember when I was in the 9th grade, me and this young lady named Julie Duplessis, she was there too with me.
Is that me? Would you be
Yes,
talking about?
that's you. And Rachel Morris and Yolanda Johnson used to come to class like every day. And this Mexican girl and this Chinese girl used to come to class like every day. And we got in trouble, but they never. And they used to come late after, like 5-10 minutes after us, and they never got in trouble. But here he is when they come in here. He just, letting them go about their merry way. So.
Okay. Right now we're going to take a commercial break, but when we come back, we'll find how these young people feel towards being called a nigger.
If I woke up some morning rich.
When your world is looking stinko, that's the time to play Post Bingo. Just look for your game card in the mail or the post, then watch the post for winning numbers. Match the numbers on your game card and win. There's $114,000 in prizes. Lots of moolah just for you. Daily winners, weekly too. All you really have to do is play Post Bingo.
I think that my teeth
Hello,
are
and welcome back to JY's Community Forum. I am Miss Julie Duplessis, your host for this show. Let's speak to our guests. Okay, Kelly, how do you feel towards being someone directing the word like nigger towards you?
Well, if it's a black person, I really wouldn't care because, hey, we all in this together. But if it's a white person, I wouldn't even, I don't know what I'd do. I know I have had a white person call me a nigger before. I was in Pasadena, but, I was little, but, it was just too many of them. We couldn't do nothing. It was only females, and we had a little baby, like, he was about 4 months. So we really could. We weren't about to fight the whole Pasadena restaurant, so we just, left out of there laughing about it.
Oh, God. So Gerald, has that ever happened to you?
No white person has ever called me a nigger.
Me either. I couldn't understand. I don't know how I would take it. I don't think I'd be able to handle it.
I'd be devastated.
Me too.
It wasn't a direct. It
hurt me.
It wasn't like, shut up, you nigga. It was like we were at the cash register about to pay for our food, and so 3 white men walked out. 3 honky redneck Peckerwood crackers walked out the restaurant, and I looked so bad. And they had said, "Bye, nigga," to the lady at the cash register. "Bye, nigga." You know how they can't talk, they ignorant, like Grand Wizard. And so they bye nigga, and we was like, they know dang on well that girl name is not nigger or that's what they said.
Okay, but
nigger.
they wasn't. Were they talking to you, Kelly, or were they speaking to the lady that was at the cash register?
They were like, if I would say, "Girl, my hat," like they were being sarcastic.
Okay, I see. I understand.
They was talking about us, but
they were saying it like over y'all heads. Yeah,
thinking it was over our heads.
Yeah,
really, they were
really
below us, under our feet.
Really, people like that are
devil's
beneath
feet.
you. You shouldn't even worry about that. So, Nadia, how would you feel about being called, a wetback, a Rito?
Well, I was. this happened to one of my friends at Austin. It was a white man. He was teaching him, and he went inside class late, and he called him a wetback, and so he got expelled from all the HISD schools because he hit him. And they called security, so he's expelled from all HISD schools. But well, I would be offended. I think so.
I mean, I couldn't think of myself being called a nigger and myself not reacting in a violent way. I know I should not, but I think that I would.
I bet you if it was like about 40, 50 people, white people,
I think I would leave.
And it was
I think I would go home.
No, wait a minute. Two grown people.
I don't think so.
Two women and one child. I was about 9 or 10, and we had a little 4-month baby. I think
I leave also. I mean,
you might say
in situations like
blah,
that,
blah, blah,
you leave ignorant. That's out of pure ignorance. Situations like that, you leave and don't go back. I couldn't handle it. Right here beside me, I have this. I guess it's like a little poem or something, or a little essay or whatever someone wrote and sent in. It says, racism is a disease that spreads from people to people and nation to nation to race to race. It's a form of hatred. To me, it's only a reason to dislike another person. You should think before you react. Why should you hate a person for the color of their skin? I mean, God loved us all, and there are no two he made exactly alike. So therefore, if differences were a reason to hate, then no one would like no one. Take my advice and learn to love, not hate. All right, this is Julie Duke-LaShan, your host for this show. I would like to say thanks, and join me tomorrow when our guest topic will be Michael Jackson and the molestation case. Thanks. Have a nice day. Thanks, JY Community Forum.
Fuck off this, you know what I'm saying? My nigga Spice, get with him.
You see, I'm nothing but a Mac 10 shooter. Kill a man looter on the creek